traffic violations are repeatedly prohibited, the number of accidents remains high. Since this year, a total of 50 road traffic safety accidents have occurred in the province. 53 people died, accounting for 30% of the total number of production safety accidents in the province. 9.37, 37.59% of the deaths. The number of accidents and deaths ranks first in all industries. Among them, one major accident occurred, resulting in 6 deaths. Both account for 33.33% of the major accidents in the province. Road traffic accidents have become a threat to the people's life and property safety, the number one killer. Around 15:20 on February 10, 2023, a small car, Sichuan Q796 KB, was traveling from Gibbon towards Zigong. When traveling to the 1491 km plus 200 meter section of road, during the overtaking process, it scraped against a small car, Sichuan A305 ZT, traveling in the small vehicle lane. A scraping occurred, causing the small car Sichuan A305 ZT to then scrape against a large ordinary passenger vehicle, Sichuan Q88917, traveling in the passenger and cargo lane. A large ordinary passenger vehicle, with a design capacity of 35 people. It was carrying 27 people and a scraping occurred, resulting in the large passenger vehicle Sichuan Q88917 losing control and colliding with the outer guardrail and scraping against the outer slope wall of the highway. This caused minor injuries to 3 people on the bus. The 3 vehicles were damaged to varying degrees. The highway infrastructure was damaged. The major accident was narrowly averted. According to preliminary investigations, the main cause of the accident was the small car Sichuan Q796 KB, forcing an overtaking maneuver. February 13, 2023, G93, Chengdu Chongqing Ring Expressway, Luoyu section, 13 kilometers into Sichuan province from Chongqing. At the 522 kilometer plus 900 meter mark, a heavy-duty semi-trailer tractor, Jiangxi F73201, broke through the central guardrail and collided with a small ordinary passenger vehicle traveling in the opposite direction, resulting in 6 deaths and 1 injury. According to initial investigation, heavy semi-trailer tractor with license plate GON F73201, at around 5 a.m. on February 12th, departed from Jiang, Guangdong, loaded with Hyundai Express cargo, entered the highway from Jiang Putian toll station via Guangxi, Hunan, Guizhou, Chongqing and other places at around 6:50 a.m. on February 13th. An accident occurred just 13 kilometers after entering Sichuan province. The vehicle had been running continuously for more than 24 hours. The driver is suspected of fatigue driving. At about 17:20 on March 8, 2023, a small truck, 1QQ3806, was loaded with privately owned miscellaneous wood, traveling along the Jiangma Road County Road in Sanjiangnu area, Gibbon City, from Yuanma Township towards Jiangnan Town. When it reached the Qinshan village section of Jiangnan Town, it collided with 4 pedestrians on the side of the road, resulting in the death of 4 people despite rescue efforts, and the driver was injured. The cause of the accident is under investigation. Preliminary assessment indicates that the vehicle's brake system malfunction led to 3 incidents. All reflect that traffic violations are still very prominent. Drivers have a poor sense of safety, disregard the law, disregard life. Driving behavior is not standardized, lacking operational skills, and have weak emergency response capabilities, ultimately harming both themselves and others. Traffic safety promotion and education still need to be strengthened, especially the training of drivers by transportation companies is still inadequate, and management is not strict enough. Vehicle safety inspections and routine maintenance are not comprehensive, and not thorough. Vehicles are still driven on road with defects, still exist. Tourism safety risks cannot be ignored. Accidents happen one after another. After the pandemic, the tourism market quickly rebounded. Affected by factors such as reduced passenger flow during the pandemic, some scenic spots' amusement facilities did not maintain normal operation. Some facilities were even in a state of long-term shutdown. Faced with a significant increase in the number of tourists, some amusement facilities, with inadequate maintenance, were hastily started up. They were running at full capacity, Safety accidents are extremely likely to occur. January 22nd, 2023, an accident occurred at the Zuidwagu Scenic Spot in Shan District, Lesan City, involving a falling helium balloon, resulting in 2 deaths and 2 injuries. According to the investigation, the direct cause of the accident was a combined winch assembled at the scene with a malfunctioning clutch. This caused the steel cable to lose its restraining force, and as the balloon was constantly ascending, constantly pulling, the steel wire rope suddenly broke under the stress of high-stress compression and shearing. Then the balloon ascended out of control. During the ascent, the external air pressure on the balloon decreased. The pressure difference inside and outside the balloon increased. Continuous expansion and rupture. Gas released from the balloon. Loss of buoyancy, leading to the balloon falling. Around 1620 on January 24th, 2023, Longminshan Hualongu Scenic Area, Hangzhou City, Chengdu, the passenger cable car suddenly malfunctioned and stopped, resulting in 46 tourists and 3 staff members, a total of 49 people being trapped. At 2:19 a.m. on January 25th, after being trapped for nearly 9 hours, all the trapped persons were rescued without causing any casualties. According to preliminary investigations, the direct cause of the accident was that after the cable car's main engine stopped due to a malfunction, the operating personnel failed to correctly operate the starting auxiliary engine, resulting in the failure to start the auxiliary engine. Both accidents occurred during the Spring Festival. They attracted widespread social attention. They had a severe impact. They exposed inadequate identification of tourism safety risks by some enterprises. Their prevention and control measures were superficial. Hidden dangers were not thoroughly or meticulously investigated. Some amusement facilities were in operation with defects. Emergency plans were not perfect. Drills were insufficient. Employee training was inadequate. They lacked effective handling of emergencies. Fire is more ferocious than a tiger. Parallel rehearsal, tragedy unfolds. Since the beginning of this year, various fires across the province have resulted in 42 deaths and 47 injuries. The number of fires has increased by 84.9% year-on-year. The fire risk situation is not optimistic. At around 23:50 on February 2nd, 2023, an indoor fire occurred in a residence in Renha Garden, Huangin District, Huangin City. At 0:45 on the 3rd, the open flames at the scene were completely extinguished. The burned area was approximately 100 square meters. The fire caused a total of 4 deaths and 3 injuries. All 7 people were from the same household. 25 people were evacuated. After investigation, the preliminary cause of the accident was determined to be a child's electric balance car being charged in the residence living room. Improper use causing the fire. Around 1:40 a.m. on February 4th, 2023, in Erxiankyo Street, Changhua District, Chengdu City, a fire broke out at the Sixinkyo Farmers Market. At 3:40 a.m., the fire was extinguished. No casualties were reported. Some of the burning food stalls used liquefied petroleum gas cylinders for gas supply. Gas leakage occurred during the process of calling for help. A situation where a deflagration occurs after encountering an open flame is extremely dangerous. After investigation, it was preliminarily determined that the fire started in the shop adjacent to Shajinchao Road in the market. Shop number 1. The cause of the fire was the power strip connected in series above the shelves in that area. The power cord short-circuited, igniting surrounding combustibles and spreading the fire. These fire accidents are either due to non-standard use of electricity, or illegal charging of lithium batteries indoors, or because the investigation of fire hazards was not thorough enough, and the management was not complete. The same common problems, with low-level errors occurring repeatedly, are worth deep reflection. Delving into the root causes behind these accidents is that the 4 responsibilities have not been implemented at the smallest work unit. Firstly, the primary responsibility of enterprises is superficial. Some enterprises still do not pay enough attention to safe production. It's important in words, but secondary in practice. Safe production gives way to economic benefits. Believing accidents are inevitable, some believe it doesn't matter as long as they don't have an accident themselves. Complacency and a strong sense of luck. The phenomenon of the government being enthusiastic while enterprises are cold still exists. The responsibilities of the main person in charge, the primary responsible person, are not firmly implemented. Long-term absence from the post and long-term failure to fulfill responsibilities. There is a lack of professional and technical personnel for safe production. The capabilities and qualities of employees are uneven, unaware of their own safety responsibilities. The full staff safety production responsibility system is not set, not implemented. Education and training, fraud, and perfunctory hidden danger investigations. Risk prevention is done perfunctorily. Emergency drills are superficial in nature. The safety level is still low. There are signs that easily lead to major accidents, and the tendency problems are still prominent. In some areas, the understanding of coordinated development and safety is still not profound. There is a mindset of emphasizing development over safety. Jointly managed and governed. The requirements for holding people accountable for their election of duty have not been implemented effectively. Emphasizing arrangements and deployments. The work of urging and implementing is still limited to meetings and issuing documents. The singing is excellent. The workmanship is poor. Pressure transmission is insufficient. Thirdly, there are still deficiencies in departmental regulatory responsibilities. Some departments manage industries and manage operations, but separate production and operations management from safety management. They are unwilling to take responsibility, and they are afraid to take responsibility. There is still buck passing and wrangling. Safety supervision lacks effective measures. Treating the head when it hurts, and treating the foot when it hurts, and the law enforcement is loose, the inspections are many. Few penalties, not getting to the bottom of the issue, solving deep-seated hidden dangers. Repeated offenses. Industry management has become a scarecrow and paper tiger. The institutionalization of joint law enforcement mechanisms is not perfect. Coordination and linkage between departments is still insufficient. No effective synergy has been formed. Fourth, there is still a gap in comprehensive regulatory responsibility. In some places, the role of the safety committee's leading and overall responsibility is not fully fahui. Comprehensive coordination methods are singular. Not daring to struggle. Not good at struggling. Failing to coordinate and promote all aspects of safety production from a global perspective. Unable to effectively urge local departments. All enterprises to consciously fulfill their safety production responsibilities. Tired of coping. The effect is not good. Vibrant lives perish in an instant. Cold figures are in front of our eyes. Countless families fall into the abyss of pain. The painful lessons once again warn us that life is above all else. Safety is as important as